Good morning, kindergartners. We're going to do a video today instead of actual class because I am not going to be at school. So we'll do our usual things. I'll introduce our sight words, go over a couple things, and some math. It won't be as extensive as it usually is because I'll go over it more tomorrow. But just want to give you an introduction and then some assignments to do while I'm gone today. So today our new sight words are it and in. And the cool thing about these sight words is actually you can sound them out. You can blend the sounds together. So here we have it. And then with this one we have in. So you can actually sound these out today. So again we have in and the word it. So in and it are our words today. Along with that goes our poems that you'll get delivered today. The first one looks like this. Actually, I lied to you. That's not our poem. Sorry. Our poem looks like this. I go in is our first one, going on our sight word in. So I'll read it to you today, and then you guys can practice it together at home with someone. There are many sight words in here, too, to help you out, and some picture clues. So I'll read it to you today, and then tomorrow you guys can help me read it. So the title is I Go In. I go in my room. I see my bed. I go in the house. I see my dog. I go in the car. I see my mom. I go in a lot of places. And I'm sure you can think of many other places that you like to go into. So that's our first little poem. Our second one is kind of a riddle. It's called What Is It? You're going to get some clues, and at the end I bet you can figure out what it is. So our title is What Is It? It is round. It can go up in the sky. It is on a string. What is this thing? Think you got it? It is a balloon. I bet you some of you guessed that. Now notice at the end our big words has some picture clues for you here too to help out. And by the end of the week, you should be able to read this sentence, no problem. So it and in are our two new sight words, so you can practice these poems to help you out with it. Another thing we're going to be talking about this week is letter order, that letters go in a certain order to make words. We'll go over this tomorrow more, but I just want to introduce it to you a little bit. That this one's called Bingo. I'm sure some of you have heard this song before. I'm just going to read it to you. It's called Bingo. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. So we're talking about how words have to go in a certain order. The letters have to go in a certain order to make that word. For bingo, the letters are B-I-N-G-O. And kind of like your names, we are going to do the same thing with it, with our names. Most of you can recognize your names, and most of your friends can recognize your name too. And we have our new kids with us, and we actually have another student you guys will be meeting tomorrow too. So welcome to Elena also. So looking at these words, we know they have to go in a very special order in order to make your name. So we're going to be talking about your names a little bit here too. So just remember that letters have to go in a special order to make words. So that's what we're going to be talking about more this week also. One of the last things is our math this week is going to look different also. We are actually, here I'll go, we're actually going to going to not do anything in our math book this week. We are going to do some number sense, really working on our number order, skip counting, missing numbers, things like that, trying to get working with numbers a little bit more. So just remember, by the end of the year, you need to know your numbers to 30. Counting forward to 30, counting backwards from 30, skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s to at least 30, and, excuse me, my nose itches. Things like that, knowing missing numbers and all that kind of stuff. So we're really going to concentrate on that type of a thing this week. One of the first things we'll do is, let me share my screen. We'll go over a hundreds chart. And if you still have those of you that have your binder at home, your hundreds chart is on the back of one of the pages there. So, and it's in a plastic sleeve, so you guys can write on it like it's like a whiteboard, and then just wipe off your marker on it. But we're going to use a 100s chart to help us know that there's a pattern to count by 2s, 5s, and 10s. And it's going to help us count up to 30 and backwards. So you can use this hundreds chart to kind of give you clues and to help you out with this type of thing. So we're going to be working with our numbers mainly to 30, but recognizing numbers bigger than that too. So that's kind of what we'll be working on this week. Tomorrow morning we talked about the missing numbers. So even past 30, because we're going to kind of recognize that there's a pattern with all this. So we're going to be doing that and on our hundreds chart, recognizing that there's a pattern and then there's missing numbers. So when you get a chance at home, make sure you are working on numbers, counting by 2s, 5s, 10s, counting at least up to 30 and backwards starting at 30. And then in first grade, it's going all the same things to 120. So you just kind of up the ante a little bit. So that's what we'll be doing with math this week. So your assignment then is, grab it here. This page that says read, trace, and write. It's the word in, because then you have the cut out the in and paste it up there. So working with in for reading, and your numbers are recognizing these numbers here. I did staple it together, but feel free to take the staple out. You're going to cut apart these little boxes over here and decide which ones show 1, which ones show 2, and there's more, 3, and all the way up. So different ways to show a number by using your dots, your fingers, tallies, and dice. So this is again just some number sense, different ways to show numbers. These happen to be till 10 because that's what we've been really focusing on lately. There'll also be some assignments on seesaw, so look for that too to go along with either our sight words or knowing that letters go in a certain order to make words, and some more number sense stuff. So that's kind of it for today. It's kind of short and sweet, but I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place as usual. So have a good Monday, and I will see you Tuesday morning. Bye.